Hello and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. It's another day at the office. The office in this case being a rather garish garage. Alright, last time out we had some recording troubles, so let's hope this episode goes nice and smooth. We're just looking to earn a bit of cash, so we're just going to do some customer jobs, nice and simple. Alright. Here's a rather drab looking car. What do they want us to do to it? They want us to replace the oil, timing parts. It's hard to control, there's some brake problems. You have to repaint it this shitty colour. Well, that's not the worst colour, is it? Right. So, let me remind myself. So, oil, timing parts, hard to control. That's going to be the trickiest part to work out. So let's work on that. All the suspension-y parts, checking out some chocolatey timing. Yeah. Alright, and so there's brake problems as well, so we might as well remove the wheels and the brake system whilst we look for the hard to control stuff. There we go, so check the wheel hub's fine. Alright, we've got a sway bar. Let's come off. It's hard to tell whether the shock absorber's a bit knackered. These need to come off the steering rack out. Check your bushes. Always best to check that your bush looks good. Got to keep your bush in nice order. Yeah. Don't want any chocolate in your bush. That shit will go bad. Right, okay, so no more bush issues on this side. Let's check out the shock absorber. Hello? Oh yeah, we've got to unscrew it. Unbolt it even. 76%. What's our cut off? 76%. Oh, I don't know if that counts or not, I can't remember. If equal is okay. I'll leave it off for now. As long as I remember to sell all my inventory before we put it back on, it should be fine. Shouldn't laugh. Alright, so we've got a leaf spring, so that needs to be put taken off up in the air. Bushes look okay on that side. Everything looks fine there, so let's get it up in the air and have a look at those leaf springs. Get the lifter out of the way. Get the nuts off, and then the leaf spring slides out. Oh, camera digging about. Oh, there we go. So how are we doing for the hard to control? So there's one thing we've not discovered. This looks fairly yucky. Actually, they both look pretty similar. What was that? 78, so that's fine. Let's put that back on. So, it's likely to be like a bush, or... oh yeah, one of these little wheel hubby things. Nothing obviously chocolatey in there. No. Okay. Let's check the front of the vehicle. Oh yeah, of course, it's the steering rack that doesn't take off. Yeah, I'm at the front of the vehicle. I appreciate I'm probably clicking in the wrong place, but it's a little bit irritating. So, let's get off the steering wheel, rack even, and that should be all the hard to control problems. We should have all the brake problems. Now we've got the timing things to look at, and remember the oil filter. Let's get that off whilst we're under here. Right. Timing-y parts. So, starting with the radiator fan. So dig our way into the timing area. There we go. Now, we had a list of what was required here, didn't we? So, cam gear. Oh, so we have to go quite deep in. Timing chain. Right, I've got the water pump, water pulley. So, we need to get into the actual timing area. The timing chain. Oh, and then the cam gear. Okay, so that's all of that. Replace the engine oil. Oh, the oil. Oh, I forgot about the oil. Should have drained it whilst I had it up in the air. But I think everything else is ready. So once we've drained the oil, we can purchase the replacement parts. Okay, let's get this oil out. So that looks good to me. Oops. Alright, plenty of oil in there. Good. All of it nice and black. So put that back in its place. Everything has its place, and a place for everything. Right, yes, that's that done. Oh no, I need to put the oil filter that I'm buying back on. Okay, let's just put it back up in the air. Right, and so we need an oil filter V8 OV. Oil filter V8 OV. Can gear V8 of. Yay! Timing chain V8 of. Timing chain V8 of. And some watery things. We need a pump and a water pump pulley. A pump and a water pump pulley. Car's hard to control. Inner tie rod, leaf spring plate. Inner tie rod, leaf spring plate. 3 U-bolts, 2 isotype rods, 3 those, a steering rack and a sway bar front end link B. Sway bar front end link B. Sway bar front end link B and a steering rack. Brake problems, 2 calipers, 2 ventilators. 1, 2 drums, a pad and 2 shoes. 2 drums, a pad, 2 shoes, and 2 drum wheel cylinders. Alright. So let's put it all back together. Brakes. Okay. Alright, steering rack. Oil filter. Yes. Tie rods. The sway bar. Oh. Shouldn't let me put the tyre on until you put the sway bar on. That's how the safety mechanism of the wheel telling you you've done all your running gear should work. Never mind. Right. Good. That's that. And then the other side. Nice fresh brakes. Put the wishbone shock absorber back on. And the outer tie rod thingy. Alright. Yes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, that's the front done perhaps. Whoop, bang. Straight into the lift. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got to put the leaf plates and U-bolts on there, of course. Screwy, screwy, or nutty, nutty, I suppose it should be. Nutty, nutty. Oops. Yep. Nutty, nutty, and one final nutty, nutty. There we go. Alright. Excuse me. Right. Tray, change oil. Oh, I've not put the new oil in, of course, and the timing stuff. Yeah. Alright. So, one does forget the oil quite frequently, so let's pop that in straight away. the oil can kick, and then another sort of just about a second. There we go, that's that full, and then the timing stuff. One cam gear, one timing chain, and then the cover, and then all the water pumps, etc. And the radiator fan. So pump, and then the pulley, and then oh yeah, there's the crankshaft pulley just underneath that, and then the belts. I was wondering why I didn't put the belt on. And then the radiator fan on the front. I think that's our rebuild done, leaving just to paint it the factory colour. It's slightly yucky colour. Whatevs. So factory colour, paint car, yes, leave. Okay, there we go. Job done. Record time. Because, you know, I wasn't really keeping a record. Alright, so let's send it on its way. And then we'll look to see what our next job should be. Right, I don't think we should pick this this really busy one. Let's go for the slightly iffy knocking noises, because it can be short, it can be quite long, and I don't want that. Salem Spectre. That looks like a strange car. I'm not sure I recognise the... it's like the Fastback, but more modern, I guess. Right, I don't want that either. So let's take this job and go. Just taking some liquid sustenance. Right, what have we got here? Knocking noise is just one, so that's going to be relatively straightforward, and gearbox problems. Alright. Now, as long as this knocking noise isn't too deep, that's probably the starter motor. It might not be, but let's get in there anyway after you remove it for the gearbox examination. Right, yeah, that's right. I want to be right down the other end from where I clicked. Thank you. Right, starter motor accessible from engine bay. Do you know, I clicked on it in the engine bay and it said accessible from somewhere else. But obviously I wasn't in the engine bay, inverted commas, which has to be one of the most annoying issues with the game. There we go. Alright. So is that the knocking noises from engine bay? Yes, right, I thought so. Okay, let's get it up in the air then. Well, you can't fix starter motors, can you? You can fix all this other crap though. None of it breaks when you don't need it. Oh, fucking typical, isn't it? Right. So we want to have at the gearbox, so we need to move the... oh, it's a front wheel drive. For some reason I just assumed I was going for the drive shaft, because there isn't one. Hey. So I'll need to move the wheels to get to the axles. Okay, let's get on with that. Luckily I can remove the wheels whilst it's up in the air. There we go, axle A removed. Now, do I have to actually remove the wheel? I do, okay. It's one of those sudden brain farts where you think, oh, I always remove the wheel, maybe I don't need to. But no, you always remove the wheel because you do need to. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Right, so gearbox, should be able to remove that now. And is it just the... oh, that's a very simple job. Look, awesome. Right. I don't know if I can fix those pieces, but let's double double check. No, I don't want to fix any of them. Okay. So we need hello, there we go. Starter motor, we need a clutch release bearing. Right, so starter motor and then these things. Engine, starter motor, just a normal starter motor. And then gearbox, we need a clutch release bearing and a gearbox I4. Gearbox I4. Okay, and then we put that stuff together. Excuse me. Right, there we go. Oop, and then we can put all this gubbins back on. Screw, 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 bolt, bolt, bolt. Do, 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 do. It's the screw and bolt tune. Not the best known tune ever. Alright, there we go. Bolt, bolty, 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 bolty. It's the curry song. Right, so I'm confused. Oh yeah, starter motor, I remember. Confused because there's so little to do. As opposed to forgetting what I'm supposed to do because there's so much to do. Alright, so one starter motor. One finished job. Alright, take it away, Captain. Jolly hockey sticks. Now, if we've got a brake job or an exhaust job, we could do it. No, everything's a bit tricky. Well, let's just get rid of a couple and see what our first job back is. So we need to get rid of one at a time, because the first job to come back is very quick. The second job takes a little bit longer. So, engine... If it was just the exhaust and the body parts... Excuse me. So now we have to wait for ages for the next call. But if I just deleted this one, we get another one really quickly. It's facts like that that kind of frustrate me. Yeah, I know. Come on. I'm staring at the phone. Sloppy car steering car is loud. Go on, we'll do that one. So it's a GTR Royale. It comes with mayonnaise. So we need sloppy car steering and, wow, all the exhausts. Okay, so let's put it on, not the paint shop. Do excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. It keeps ribbiting. So, sloppy car steering. There we go. That won't help. There's a possibility the sway bar's dodgy as well because it's black, so it's hard to tell. I've not done any diagnostics for a while. To be honest, I find it slightly confusing when it's listed as a cause. I wish on this list that if it was found through diagnostics, it was like made in blue or something, and it was only in white when he'd actually removed it. That would be quite nice. I get confused. I get very easily confused, unfortunately. It's that memory. It's the lack of trust in my own memory. Alright, steering issues at the back. Yeah, I keep seeing bits of chocolate, flashes of chocolate, but it's the exhaust. So, sway bar, that's a bit of chocolatiness. No obvious chocolatiness in the hub. What does it all look alright? Oh, move me over the other side. There we go. The bushes, all the bushes look clean. I can't see in the hub on this side, so let's take the wheel off. Yeah, looks fine in there. Alright, so how many more things do we need to find? Oh, only one. And that'll be the steering rack, won't it, that I've not yet removed. Bit of a divot. Little bit of a divot. Right, okay, so let's get the steering rack off. That's all that, and then we have to take off the exhaust. Remove down, yeah, awesome. Yeah, the whole of the exhaust. But it's like he's added something to the exhaust, to the engine that's destroyed the exhaust. Yep. Right, okay. So that's all of those. So let's chase things. So inner tie rod, inner and two outer tie rods. Excuse me, a steering rack and a sway bar front end link B. So steering rack, sway bar front end link B, and sway bar rear end link. Car is loud. 2 cats, 2 exhaust pipes. Front exhaust pipe V8, 2 middle muffs. Front exhaust pipe V8, 2 middle muffs, and a rear muff V8. Alright. Now let's pop it all on. Middle muff, cat, and front exhaust pipe V8. Okay, awesome. So, and then we've also got a steering rack and tie rods, bolty screw bolt, random wheel clickage. There we go. That's right. That's the most time efficient way of doing that. Tie rod, and wheel. Alright. Right, and what else? Rear wheels. Sway bar. Front end. Oh no, not on this side, the other side. I remember. Was that it? I think that might have been it. Not really need to take the wheels off, but you know, you gotta check these things. So that leaves sway bar front end link, which I need to be at the front of the car for, which isn't this bit. Car basics number 1. Which ends which? Alright, so there we go. I believe that is the job completely done. I'll send it on its way. Woof! Woof woof! I don't know why I'm woofing. My bark is worse than my bite. Right, so I'm not interested in that one. Alright, well thanks very much for watching. I shall prune the jobs in a second so they don't get a telephone bell in your ear. Just check out my sandwich crumbs. Yeah, looking good. Thank you very much for watching. Come back next time and we'll do more car mechanic simulations. I thank you.